Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 2021 TeenTix Gala, Changemakers, Teens at the Forefront. We are coming to you from the stage of the beautiful Kirkland Performance Center. What you're in store for tonight are some great performances, insights from incredibly talented youth leaders, a celebration of possibility, and an opportunity to support the work of TeenTix and ensure its bright future. Before we go on, to combat the erasure of Indigenous people and history, we wish to acknowledge the land on which we stand today as the unceded territorial home of the Coast Salish people, including the Duwamish people past and present. We honor with gratitude the land itself and the Duwamish tribe. These acknowledgements do not fulfill our obligations to authentic relationships with Indigenous communities, but serve as a step in honoring the land we are on. We also encourage you to check out some organizations supporting Native youth that we think are doing great work. Red Eagle Soaring, empowering American Indian and Alaska Native youth to express themselves through theater, and the Naha Ilihi Fund, which supports the holistic development of young Indigenous identity through learning about traditional heritage, language, arts, leadership, and technological skills. Hello again. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm your host, Pete Rush, and my pronouns are he, him. I am a longtime friend and supporter of TeenTix. I'm also a man of many hats and serve the Seattle theater community as a scenic and costume designer, help to produce public events at Seattle Center, and create visual art installations. As a visual description, I am a white-skinned man with brown curly hair that's buzzed short on the sides, little long in the back, kind of an adult mohawk. I have a mustache, and I'm wearing a very shiny gold jacket over top of a black shirt. I'm standing on an empty stage with a colorful green backdrop. Now, around 15 years ago, I started working for Seattle Center, the parent of TeenTix, and during that time co-managed the program with then Executive Director Holly Arsenault. I've since sat on the advisory board, and I have to tell you, my life has changed as a result. Watching the spark of arts engagement light fire in young people's eyes has been very fulfilling and affirming. Some of the best meetings I've ever attended have been with teens, telling us what this program needs to be and how we best can serve them. So inspiring. TeenTix keeps me young. It keeps me connected, and it keeps me hopeful. Tonight, you'll see why in so many ways. But first, we've got some housekeeping to cover. If you need access to our live captioning, we invite you to click the link below this video or in the chat. Also, if you have technical difficulties at any time during the program, please email info@teentix.org or call 206-233-3938. A TeenTix staff member is standing by to help you. And finally, the reason that we're here, to raise money for TeenTix. All you need to do is click that donate button on the top right of the Give Button page where you're watching right now. Our goal is to make it easy for you to help. You not only can give by credit card, but you can also make a pledge by choosing the option to pay by check. I only mention this in case you get so inspired that you end up wanting to make a bigger donation than you originally thought you would. Hint, hint. Finally, you can donate on your phone. Text TeenTix to 202-858-1233, and you'll be taken to a mobile version of our donation page with all the same options, but it will also auto-detect any payment apps on your phone. How's that for easy? Well, before we begin, why don't we have a look at where we're starting out toward that goal? Can we see the donation thermometer, please? Oh, wow, okay. According to right now, we have over about 175 supporters who have pledged $23,555. That's like half of our goal. Thank you. We are so grateful to you all and look forward to smashing that goal by the end of this evening. Now, on with the program. Our first speaker has been fearlessly leading TeenTix for the past 5 years. Coming to you safely from all the way on the other side of the stage, please welcome an incredibly dedicated leader and my friend, Executive Director Monique Corsi.
Hey, everybody. I wish I could see your faces, but I'm just thrilled to know that you're out there watching. And thank you, Pete, for the handoff and for hosting this year's gala. I'm really glad to be here with you tonight. I'll kick things off with an introduction. My name is Monique Corsi, and I use she, her pronouns, and I am the Executive Director of TeenTix. And I'm here with Pete on the stage at Kirkland Performance Center with a similarly colorful background. I have light-colored skin, long red hair, and I'm wearing a fabulous teal dress. I'm also just super glad to be here tonight. This is the first time I've been able to connect with so many people at once in a while. And I want you to know that I miss you. And I'm really grateful for your support today. You showing up for TeenTix right now in whatever way you can means so much to me. You know, this year has been challenging year for TeenTix, and last spring, everything was a question mark. What to do, how long to expect to stay at home, and what we could do about it. As a connector between teens and our arts community, we had to both stay in touch with what the arts community needed in response to the pandemic, and how the lives and needs of young people were shifting too. Neither of those is an easy thing to do. And to be frank, it was easy to feel lost. It was hard to know how to keep leading an organization, how to provide direction or energy or support. But the answer was nothing new. In fact, it was what it always is, turning to our teens. And every time I got stuck, I talked to a young person and saw new alternatives, new options, new ideas. When we asked our teen leaders what they wanted, what they needed, they told us. They wanted more time to connect with each other, to be their friends, to be with their friends. They wanted more opportunities to debrief about the protests happening in their backyard, about the Black Lives Matter movement, and to discuss the anti-racist strategies that their schools, friends, family, and TeenTix were talking about. They wanted connection and opportunities to learn and to share their opinions and their experiences, and they wanted to make a difference because this is a lot. Young people, they don't shy away when given platforms and autonomy. And through all of this, they wanted those opportunities to stay active and connected in the arts community. They wanted to know how our arts partners and local artists were responding to the world around them and how they've responded to social justice movements in the past. I'm really proud of what we were able to accomplish over the last year. Both teens and arts organizations told us that they needed us more than ever, and we showed up in ways none of us could have predicted. We launched an Arts as Activism workshop series, highlighting Black artists and activists in our community, and we provided opportunities for teens to Zoom interview arts leaders working through the pandemic. We started a podcast with our friends at the Vera Project to highlight the art that was being produced, even digitally. And teens started engaging with that digital art around them, and they began reviewing recorded events from years past, digital events being produced now, and things that were in their Netflix queue, because why not? We waived $25,000 of annual fees so that our 73 arts partners could focus on pivoting their programs without extra burden of expenses. And we leaned on you, and you showed up. You gave to make sure we could still be here for our young people. When our community comes together, we can do great things. Our press corps adapted quickly to virtual programming. They continued to publish 8 reviews each month. They doubled down on the podcasting last fall, and they even expanded their own network by bringing in teen writers living in New York, California, and Kentucky to engage with the virtual events produced right here in Seattle. I know a lot of folks felt trapped in staying in, but teens have found cool ways to create art on platforms like TikTok or scheduling a virtual meetup to hang out and make things together. Teens in the New Guard, our teen leadership group, facilitated a teen mentorship program for teens of color over the summer and launched a virtual gallery that's online now exhibiting their work. When teens are at the helm of leadership and decision-making, when we step back, magic happens. That's when we're able to see the power of their voice and advocacy. It's our job to make sure that the youth voice is leading, that they see a place for themselves at the table, and that we keep all the doors open wide so young people can find their own passion and connection to their community. And tonight, we are able to look back on this past year when some might feel that the world shut down and time moved at a snail's pace. Teens, our arts community, our country, we actually dug deep to create big change and to show up for one another. We have found really simple and really remarkable ways to explore, create, and stand up for a just and vibrant community. And that's what this evening is all about. Finding the ways that we can show up for teens, making incredible art, working through trauma for liberation. I know that when we can commit to empowering teens and commit to racial and social justice, we can do great things. I hope that you see supporting TeenTix tonight as a way to show up not just for us, but for the arts community that we all want to see back in action, and for the young people, the ones who will forge our future. We're about to dive much deeper into TeenTix and what we've been doing during the pandemic. Let's take a look at the core of who we are as a community. My name is Monique Corsi, and I use she, her pronouns, and I'm the executive director of TeenTix. Everything that we do works to make arts and culture more accessible to young people through ticket prices, through making sure they know where to look for events, through helping them provide transportation, through making sure they have the opportunity to explore arts leadership or arts administration, and through arts journalism or arts criticism. We have partners in King County, Pierce County, and Snohomish County. We have over 70 arts and culture partners, and those organizations welcome young people into their spaces, opening their doors to make sure teens in particular feel like they're a part of the arts and culture community and know that those organizations are there for them.
Hi everyone, my name is Anya. I'm a high school senior from Lakeside, and I've been involved in TeenTix programs since my freshman year of high school. I've been part of the New Guard for the past 4 years and part of TEDS for the past 3. I'm a senior, so applying to colleges, there was one question on a college application. It was like, what extracurricular feels the most like home to you? And TeenTix was the first thing I thought of, and what I ended up writing my essay about.
Hi, I'm Ariel Glassman. My pronouns are she, her, and I am the board president for TeenTix. One of the most important things about TeenTix is that it's completely teen-driven. Teens are really at the forefront of every decision. And young people are often not given a seat at the table for important conversations in our world. And with TeenTix, they're not just invited to the table, they are building the table themselves. And I don't know of another organization that operates like that. TeenTix is the very definition of small but mighty. With a staff of 2 full-time people and a budget under $300,000, we are still able to serve thousands of teens and hundreds of arts organizations across the Pacific Northwest.
Another really big thing I've learned and loved about TeenTix is the fact that it really prioritizes the teen voice. And I mean, obviously it's in the name, but I feel like it's really, really true about TeenTix, that both the New Guard and the Press Corps really help support is the idea that teens can be change makers too. And I think that's been really powerful for me.
TeenTix doesn't sell tickets. With the TeenTix pass, a young person can go and show that pass at the box office and get a $5 ticket to the experience that they're going to see.
As a young person who sang and played clarinet and went to Shakespeare camp, I only wish that I'd had access to something like the TeenTix pass program. TeenTix is one of the conduits for young people finding these smaller, more hidden gems in our community. And those organizations are just as important as the larger organizations like Pacific Northwest Ballet or Seattle Rep that we also do audience engagement work with. And I love that we get to be an equalizer in this community and really lift up smaller to mid-sized arts organizations too. I'm really proud that we're helping bring young audiences to organizations like Porkfield Players or Langston Hughes Performing Arts Center or the Central District Forum for Arts and Ideas. These are important institutions in our community, and they should have the same ability to engage young people as the organizations that are larger or more resourced or that are white-led. I think the New Guard is an incredibly important resource for young people as they are growing into themselves. TeenTix isn't just about connecting teens to arts, it's about connecting them to who they are going to become and making the most of what they're curious about, what they're interested in, and what they want to be in the world.
My time in TeenTix's Arts Leadership Program, the New Guard, is something that will always stay with me. The New Guard has helped me to form a long-lasting community of driven, arts-loving teens. In addition to community building, we learn professional development and leadership skills to prepare us for the job market and for our futures.
I know I came to TeenTix as a very shy person, not really willing to voice my opinion. Over time, TeenTix has really shown me, hey, you have a voice, you have an opinion, you have an idea, just share it. Don't be afraid to share it. That's had a really big impact on me, not just at TeenTix, but in so many different areas of my life.
The press corps is truly unique. Teens get to share their versions of how they experience the arts and the world. And they have a platform that is really meant not only for people to hear about what a show was like, but for them to express themselves, for them to think critically about the world and show the world that lens. As adults, we see things through very different eyes. And the moment we have the ability to see the world through the eyes of young people is a moment when the world is going to start heading in a better direction.
Wow, what a huge scope and reach. That video has provided just a taste of what this small but mighty organization has to offer. Now, we want to extend a seat for you at our TeenTix table and show you even more about the impact of these arts access initiatives. TeenTix takes our commitment to helping young people find their own spark very seriously. In the last several years, we've created many opportunities for mentorships, college work-study programs, internships, and learning about the world of arts administration. In fact, the TeenTix team is pretty small, but with the support of interns, our staff number doubles every year. Some of the most important and critical engagement work comes from our young interns. You request a TeenTix pass in the mail, see our social media posts, our program support and video editing, our blog editing, all of that done by young people. Here's more about that.
TeenTix is here for teenagers. I think the thing that motivates TeenTix is the thing that motivates me, which is why it's so fun to work at this organization, is if a young person comes to me or comes to TeenTix and has a problem or a challenge, we can respond to that. Like, we are here primarily for young people, and then we work in this amazing arts and culture field where individuals working in this arena really want to connect with the young people who are interested.
I feel like everyone is always so willing to help out, whether that just be me asking TeenTix leadership, like, hey, can you help read over this grant application? Or, hey, I have an idea for an event. I'm not sure how to put it on. Can TeenTix help? I have this idea for an art show. How do you think we could get the New Guard involved? Just like questions like that. And I think TeenTix leadership is always willing to offer advice and support and mentoring, which I really appreciate.
The things that inspire me about working with teenagers and with young people are so many things, especially their resiliency in this time during COVID has been really amazing to see, that they are so eager to be engaged and to really dive into arts experiences and also to make a difference in the arts community. We do have this really unique kind of scaffolding system where teens can become arts leaders. As teenagers, as high school students in their community, we create a great learning environment for them to kind of have their maybe first job experience in the arts, to be an intern with us and to continue to network with our arts partners and other arts leaders in the Seattle community.
Hi, my name is Hunter and I used to intern at TeenTix. My TeenTix experience was one that I can never forget. It was at the start of the pandemic and I just got to learn so many different things, whether it was video editing, hosting blog posts, networking with different arts organizations or even getting to sit in on some of the board meetings, I got to get a lot of real life experience in the arts field, and I am so thankful to TeenTix because of that. It helped me to realize my passion for small arts organizations. They truly have helped me feel more confident in my skills and let me try out a bunch of different things.
Teens are really involved in all levels of our organization as just participants in our program, but then also as interns and doing a lot of the work that keeps TeenTix going. So follow us on social media and you'll see the work that our marketing interns are putting out. All of those posts are designed by a young person, which is really amazing. And also check out the TeenTix blog. All of the posts on the blog are written by TeenTix newsroom writers, and they're edited by our teen editorial staff. They're also curated by our teen editorial staff.
Hello, my name is Sydney. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a senior in high school. So last summer, I was an intern at TeenTix, and it was an amazing experience. I got to create the weekly newsletter, I created social media posts, I helped plan the Teenie Awards, promote TeenTix events, I wrote outreach content, and so much more. I learned so much about the arts and arts access through TeenTix. Art can be used both to express ourselves and also to create social change, and being a part of TeenTix really means putting inclusivity and accessibility at the forefront of the arts.
One TeenTix related moment that really stands out to me is the Teen Arts and Opportunities Fair, which we produced in my sophomore year. We had no prior event planning experience, but I just remember that day Monique was like, hey, who would be interested in putting on this show? And I raised my hand and then suddenly got just sucked into this world of event planning and grant writing and outreach and communication. And I think honestly that event really gave me such meaningful professional experience that I can use in so many different aspects of my life.
Aren't those teens remarkable? So smart, so inspiring, so aware. It makes me excited that our future is in the hands of bright young people like that. Speaking of bright futures, here is youth poet Nur G performing an original poem. Please join me in welcoming Nur.
Re-envisioning the arts community. Art is a language spoken by its interpreter. It does not discriminate, does not withhold, nor does it decay. It shares, provides hope, and serves as a creative outlet. Whether it be thick, opaque strokes of acrylic on canvas, layered upon each other to create a polished image, or a stack of film waiting to be developed, art surrounds us in our every endeavor. Art is a venue for expression and a venue for consumption. Art is not just a tangible object. It is an enriching experience open for all to contribute and enjoy. As the youth enter this world, eager and passionate to share ideas, the arts must be a place we are familiar with, to express, to innovate, to explore. Art is not something we should seek. It is something we should be accustomed to. The arts community is a delicate seed we must nourish, with passion and the intention to grow and include. We must care for it as it has cared for us. Art is a platform for us to rise, and we must do our part to keep it alive. Thank you.
Thank you, Nur. Incredible writing, very powerful. Amanda Gorman, you've got some fierce competition. While we're on the subject of writing, did you know that TeenTix writers release at least 8 reviews about art each month, even during the pandemic? The TeenTix Press Corps program is designed to allow teens to explore and practice arts criticism and journalism. It's a place for teens to process, interpret, reflect, and think critically about the art and media they engage with. The Press Corps empowers young people to use their voices and share their opinions about art through discussions and writing practice. I was around for the very first Press Corps cohort more than a decade ago. Even then, as we were still figuring things out, we knew we were onto something special. Take a look.
I'm Holly Arsenault. I'm playwright, and I was the director of TeenTix. I started asking some of our TeenTix members to write reviews, just to write blog posts to review the art that they were seeing. I think I had this fairly naive idea that if you just sort of tossed teenagers out into the world and asked them to write reviews, that you would get back things that were really in their authentic voice. But what actually happened was the writing that we were getting back from the teen writers at the beginning was really inauthentic. And I realized that writing in your own authentic voice is actually a really hard thing to do. These teenagers were sort of going into these writing projects with all of the, freighted with all of the intimidation that a lot of people feel when they are going out to experience new forms of art, trying to mimic the style that they had, that was available to them, which was older people writing about art. So we said, oh, okay, well, we need classes.
My name is Brendan Kiley. I'm an arts writer at the Seattle Times, and for a bunch of years before that, I was an arts writer at The Stranger. The whole project seemed really dear to my heart in a few ways. One is that art is so often presented to people in general and students in particular as if it's coming from on high and it just has to be received by them and they have to have some reverence for it. And in my personal experience, at least, one gets a much better appreciation for artwork if one has intimate and rigorous critical engagement with it. But it was another big theme of the class was like, let's ask the questions to get behind the opinions a little bit. Like, why do you feel that way? Why do you like that thing or dislike that thing? Or why does that thing make you crazy or feel confused or whatever?
Couldn't kind of anticipate and then see that moment where it kind of cracked open for them that they were allowed in this class to write in a way that they'd never been asked to write before. And that they were able to, over the course of them 8 or 10 or 12 weeks, to get to a place where they could really, in a really fluid way, just talk to each other about the work that they were doing in a way that was supportive. Just that was the thing that made me feel the proudest.
Yeah.
From those beginnings, and after a brief hiatus, the program has only grown bigger and better. I still avidly read the TeenTix blog. In fact, a few months ago, some friends and I got into a heated discussion about a Netflix film, The Prom, prompted by a controversial review written by a teen. You can still check that review out on the TeenTix blog. That young critic inspired my friends and I to a healthy debate, not only about the film, but about how different audiences have different experiences. And it made each of us see the movie in a deeper way. But don't take my word for it. Listen to these folks.
Hi, my name's Mariko Nagashima. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm the teen programs director at TeenTix. Originally it was like kind of young critics workshops and really just focusing on arts criticism and doing workshops throughout the year, and we've actually continued to do those workshops and expanded also to arts journalism, so teaching young people about how to interview or how to write a feature and how to write a preview and just kind of different kinds of arts media coverage. And then we've also created a school year-round program called the TeenTix Newsroom, which has been really incredible to see kind of blossom into what it is today. It is led by our teen editorial staff, so that's a group of 6 teenagers who do all of the curation and the editing and the administrative work of running an arts publication. We actually pay our teen writers and our teen editors a stipend for their work, and it's just another way that we are really investing in their perspective and in the work that it takes to be an arts critic and to be an arts writer. Not only do we have opportunities for teen writers to share their voices through the TeenTix blog, but we also have built media partnerships with Encore Spotlight and the Seattle Times, and have the pathway for teens to be able to pitch their ideas to those publications, and also for those publications to say, hey, I want a teen perspective on this show or on this issue, and for our teens to be able to share their voice with a broader audience and have an even greater impact.
Hi, I'm Omar Willie, writer and publisher of the Seattle Star. TeenTix is just the greatest. Working with the teens at TeenTix reminds me that even when my faith is flagging, that art's really important and there are people who care about it really deeply. I get to work with teens from a bunch of different diverse backgrounds and who have lots of varied interests. And they're probably interested in the arts, but maybe they just need somebody to open a door for them so that they can figure out their interest a little more clearly. And I've been honored to do that several times over the past few years, and it's truly an honor, and I look forward to the next one. It really is the greatest.
They have also been able to, in the TeenTix newsroom, they've been able to review virtual events at our arts partners. So our newsroom actually has still been covering 6 to sometimes 10 events a month. Because we have arts partners who vary in size, we oftentimes review organizations where this might be their only review that they get. We get to have really exciting conversations with the teen editors and the teen writers about kind of the context of how they are writing this review that is going to be kind of the only record possibly of this show happening, and how they're really supporting the artists.
Hello, my name's Julie, and as a proud parent of a TeenTix member for the last 3+ years, I am so grateful for the organization and the supporters to create access to arts for the teens. It has been amazing to be a member of TeenTix, and Catherine had wonderful opportunities to not only view and appreciate arts, but also learn skill sets to be able to write about arts, critique art, and also even produce a podcast on a topic she's interested about.
Last year, I was a part of the podcast. We established the Teen Arts Podcast, The Tap, and we watched the Mirror Stage gun control series, and we got to interview the different actors and producers and writers, as well as edit the podcast episodes all together, work with professionals, and it was such a great experience, and I'm so grateful for it.
And then she even went to see a movie and to critique on a topic that she normally would not have gone to see by herself. And she was able to even incorporate her heritage language into the critique, which was phenomenal.
I joined the newsroom as a writer and have been a writer since, and it was such an honor to go to these shows, be treated like VIP, and also work with a teen editor as well to take me through the process of going to the show, writing the piece, editing it together, and uploading it onto the blog. TeenTix has been a huge part of my life, and my love for art has only grown with them. And I would say the community at TeenTix is so loving, and it's so great to find this community where we all have a similar passion of art and experience it all together.
Truly amazing, isn't it? As a practicing theater artist myself, I avidly enjoy reading reviews of productions I've designed, written by TeenTix writers. Their insights are always spot on, fresh, and they help me become a better artist. Way to go, press corps. Okay, I think it's time to check in on our fundraising progress. Let's take a look at our thermometer, please. All right, not bad, and a lot better, actually. Look, we have 193 supporters who've pledged nearly $34,000. Look at all of you press corps lovers out there helping us get there. We are on our way. Now, for something fun, let's bring Monique back for a special surprise.
Okay, here is a super cool fun time moment for all of you 21-plussers out there. So every donation of $50 that comes in during the next 10 minutes will be entered in to win 6 exquisite bottles of wine from Hand of God Winery. That's a value of over $200. Now, there are two special things about this. First is that Hand of God Wines is owned and operated by TeenTix board member John Steinberg. Thank you, John. And second, our amazing board president, Ariel Glassman, will match each $50 for the first 20 people who give during this wine frenzy. Thank you, John and Ariel, for your generosity. If you really want to win, or if you just want to win and give those bottles to me, multiple gifts. Give multiple gifts of $50. I mean, we're not going to stop you.
What an amazing offer, Monique. You know I love a good glass of wine. But do you know what I love even more than that? 6 bottles of wine. So while our viewers watch this next video, I'm going to pick up my phone and make my $50 donation to enter the contest. You all at home better beat me to it. Next up, all teens inevitably have to grow up. But I have it on good authority that former TeenTix users grow up to be exceptional adults. Here's the evidence.
Hey everybody, I'm John Ferry. I am a TeenTix alum, and I also currently serve as a TeenTix board member. I discovered TeenTix at 16 back when it was still a program for Seattle Center arts orgs. As a young person, I was fortunate to attend a lot of arts events with my parents and my grandparents. But with TeenTix, I found an opportunity to start shaping my own taste and my own perspective. I distinctly remember this conversation I had with a season ticket holder for the ballet who was totally blown away by all the new works that I had seen for just $5. She hadn't met a young person that had this level of experience. Today, I often find myself impressed by today's TeenTix teens, and especially with the articles I've seen coming out of the press corps. So taste and perspective and creativity are all incredibly important to my current career with Amazon Music, and I really credit TeenTix with helping to shape these characteristics. So that is why I continue to support TeenTix as an alum and as a board member.
Hi, I'm Laura Valiente. My pronouns are she, her. I'm a product designer at the Boeing Company and TeenTix alum. I like to share a lot that I take a lot of friends that haven't experienced the art scene to art events, and that is really a game changer for them because they just don't know. So when I used TeenTix as a teenager, I lived in the suburbs, and that was my way to experience the city. And so being able to go see shows, getting to meet other teenagers was really the big thing that solidified why I like to go see art. It became much more of a community experience. Being able to say I'm going into Seattle to go see the show was really cool to say as a teenager.
Hello, TeenTix. What's good? It's good to see all of you. Sending all my love to you on this very special occasion. This is Mario Miguel Aralo Molinero, and I'm the Executive Artistic Director at Jet City Improv. My pronouns are he, him. You know, I was 17 years old when I went to my very, very first Twisted Flicks at Jet City Improv, and I had no idea that event would completely transform me as a person and also allow me the opportunity to know that, dang, I think this is what I want to do for my life. And so lo and behold, years later, I'm currently leading that very organization that TeenTix gave me the opportunity to be with. And that's TeenTix, y'all. It is an organization that is giving students the opportunity, youth the opportunity to take up that space, to be welcomed, to experience art venues that they never thought that they could be a part of. And so it's breaking down these barriers of, only experienced people, only people that are older can take up these spaces, can be involved in these arts. No. And I'm somebody that is a firm believer, not only in TeenTix's mission, but what they do. You know, I was somebody that I didn't have a lot of money. So by being able to provide access and opportunity to engage with some of these arts venues was a game changer for me and my friends, right? And so I just want to give all my love to TeenTix, give all my love to the services that y'all provide. And lo and behold, you will run this ship. You will run these organizations in the future. So be ready, be prepared. And as my friend always said, the tide rises all boats. And that tide, in my opinion, is TeenTix. It is a creating opportunity for all of us to rise to a place that you never thought. You just have to believe in it. That's why I'm a TeenTix partner right now, and I believe in TeenTix. I believe in all of you, and I look forward to many more years of partnership. And I can't wait to see what TeenTix has to offer, because I'll be first in line to welcome that new chapter.
Yep, I told you so. Aren't those alumni exceptional? That is TeenTix at work. That is why this program is so essential in building the next generation of arts-goers and leaders and patrons. As Mario said, the tide is rising. Okay, all of you watching out there, time is running out for you to make your $50 donation and enter the wine contest. I am hitting send on my donation right now. To give you a little more time, apparently there's this thing called TikTok. Back in my teenage days, when I was seeing art with friends, we gathered at Denny's afterwards for an adult cup of coffee and hashed it out. Now, teens are producing art and media using apps like TikTok in order to share with each other and the world their take on what they just experienced. This is the future, everyone. Check it out.
Hi, my name is Sumaya, and I am a TeenTix newsroom writer. I love TeenTix, as you can tell in the past program. It's been such a great bonding experience. Actually, here's a photo of me and Eleanor, a TeenTix editor, at the Gala last year. My experience with TeenTix happened in freshman year when I applied for the newsroom, and it was such a cool opportunity to get in. And one of my most memorable times in the newsroom was when I got to write a piece for Encore Spotlight about the opera Charlie Parker's Yardbird. It was just such an exciting experience, seeing the show and experiencing it. I've had so many amazing experiences with TeenTix, and I'd love to share a quote from my article with you guys really quick. Through slow-paced melodies and heart-racing tracks, Charlie Parker's Yardbird connects audiences to the man behind the musician.
Hello, my name is Linda Yan, and I am a senior at Bellevue High School as well as a newsroom writer for TeenTix. I started writing for TeenTix last year, and since then have created multiple pieces for both the TeenTix blog as well as the Seattle Times. A piece I've written for the Seattle Times starts out by saying, as I continue to stare out at my screen, I can't help but wonder, do I even deserve to respond to this question? I started my TeenTix journey when I was 15 and discovered its Arts Pass program, which enabled teens like me to access a wide range of arts opportunities for only $5. TeenTix has opened doors in the artistic world for me that I could never have imagined, and for that, I'm eternally grateful.
Aw, so cute and creative. How amazing and delightful was that? And Samaya, I love your hair, girl. Everyone out there, make sure to follow TeenTix on TikTok. Okay, it's time to announce the winner of tonight's wine giveaway. Winning name has been chosen randomly. Monique over here has written it down on a piece of paper and will now hand it to me. Woo, all right. I'm sorry. I think there's been some sort of mistake. I don't see my name written on this piece of paper. Oh, no, that's not a mistake? Oh, I didn't win. Oh, okay. Well, great. I guess that means one of you out there has the lucky winner, and apparently the lucky winner of the 6 bottles of wine is TeenTix parent, Anna White. Congratulations, Anna. I know I don't know you, but I look forward to meeting you soon and sharing that wine with you over dinner. So, what does the future look like with teens leading the way as change makers? We think it looks something like this.
TeenTix has been on an incredible journey of growth. When I first got involved 8 years ago, it was a part of Seattle Center with one staff member. Now, we are our own nonprofit with a board of 14, including TeenTix alumni, who are deeply invested in the health and success of this organization. We were in conversation with our partners about how this community was going to navigate the sudden closure of all of these organizations and the loss of opportunities for all of these young people. And we realized that there was something we could do to help. So when COVID hit, we canceled our partner fees to make sure that our arts organization partners had every penny possible to ensure that they could make it through the pandemic and be able to reopen on the other side. We have a calendar that lists everything that happens in the arts community because we want it to be a resources for our teens. So when we saw our partners shifting, we shifted too and actually ended up creating a calendar of all the virtual opportunities that our partners were putting together so that, they and we didn't miss a beat in helping young people stay engaged in a time when they were going to need the arts more than ever.
What does the future hold for TeenTix?
Our vision for the future of TeenTix is not limited to Seattle or Washington State. We are in the process of building partnerships in other cities so that they can bring this type of program to their communities. We're really lucky to have an organization like TeenTix because we are able to build connective tissue between arts organizations, young people, youth development organizations, and their families that other cities don't have. TeenTix was specifically built to serve young arts audiences and arts organizations here in Seattle. But we're learning through our expansion projects that this model can be brought almost anywhere. And we're really excited about the potential future of spreading understanding of what we've done and how you build this kind of community with young people around the arts all over the country.
I love the idea of a teen who lives in Seattle to take their Seattle-based TeenTix pass and go on a road trip and stop in Tacoma and stop in Portland and make their way down the coast and use that same pass in every city to just explore the community and catch a show, see a film, see what's out there. And what if that happened just all across the country? I love the fact that we're working now with individuals in LA and working to get young people the same access to programmatic opportunities that we have here in Seattle and Pacific Northwest. And I think that that can only be expanded further. Even though it's really exciting to also see the opportunities and the possibilities expand beyond the Pacific Northwest, there's so much more that we can do here to reach teens who maybe still haven't yet heard about TeenTix, and further developing our relationships with schools, with community centers, with our community partners who are all youth-serving organizations in some way, and to try to develop a stronger relationship and a stronger system where those young people, there's no way they can't know about TeenTix. They hear about it in their classroom, they hear about it in their after-school program, and in some way, maybe their parents hear about it, some way, shape, or form, that young person is getting a TeenTix pass. And whether they start using it or not, we're going to continue to encourage them over and over again to start seeing something in their area that they might be inspired by, something to spark that connection to the arts. We've built a whole new system that will support our TeenTix partners and teens by creating a digital pass. And at the box office, we've also created a mobile app where teens will start scanning in. So this project has been postponed a little bit because of COVID, but we're ready to start testing, and we always need tech-minded people to help us figure out how to maintain this really robust solution to a challenge that we've had for a while, which is trying to understand what beyond a single show TeenTix teens might be seeing. So how many teens are going to see 5 shows at one organization, or do they start with dance and then move into theater or visual art? How long does that take them? Is it primarily 13-year-olds who are going or 18-year-olds who are going? And do they go with parents? So we have a lot of questions that we're really excited to find some answers to. If you have a teenager in your life in some way, you should definitely know about TeenTix and encourage that young person to sign up.
If you're watching tonight and you have the ability to make a donation or stretch your donation, we really need you in this moment so that we can keep doing what we do to support the amazing future leaders of our community.
National expansion? Improved technology? That's some 21st century stuff right there. Sign me up. The future of TeenTix really does depend, in part, on the incredible community of people like you who care about the arts and believe in the empowerment of young people. Here's some of them now.
We're here to give you an important message.
Something we really need you to hear.
Something that teens, artists, art leaders, and art supporters in our city and our nation need you to hear right now.
The COVID-19 pandemic has turned the arts community upside down in ways we never expected.
And it has radically changed the way young people are able to connect with their friends, their passions,
and their ability to explore the world around them.
So much has changed, but even still, some things haven't.
One thing that will never change is the way we will always need creativity and expression to feel human, to connect with each other, and to get through hard times.
TeenTix is here to make sure that young people always have the opportunity to access art and artists in our community, and that their voices and needs are heard, elevated, and amplified.
Another thing that will never change is that young people will always represent the future. We will always be the change that saves us.
This world needs young people to drive us towards new ideas, new artistic perspectives,
new concepts of social justice, humanity, and discovery.
And in order for our community to become better, we need opportunities to become who we are meant to be.
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 But it's up to us to make that happen. No matter what a young person chooses to pursue, they need empathy, a sense of community, and opportunities to find their very own creative spark.
They're going to need welcoming, encouragement, and guidance. They will need people who believe in them and their dreams. They need us.
They need us.
They need us.
This is big. It needs to happen all over the world.
But this can start right here, right now, in our city.
If you believe that early access to creativity and art can make us vulnerable, inquisitive, and empathetic human beings,
if you believe in the power of art to spark civic dialogue and necessary activism,
if you believe that teens should be influencers of culture, not just receivers,
and that youth voice deserves to be elevated and prioritized,
donate to TeenTix today.
Please, donate to TeenTix today.
Donate to TeenTix today.
Please donate to TeenTix today.
We couldn't do this without you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Whew. Do you see that? That thing up there? That is my heart on a string being lifted to the sky. Whew. I see your donations pouring in, and truly it is warming my soul. Thank you. So, now it's time for a celebration. You are doing the good work of giving right now. You're making your gifts. So let's treat ourselves to a fantastic opera performance by a young classical vocal performer, Aislinn Allen Sherrill.
My name is Aislinn Allen Sherrill. I go by she, her, and I'm a senior in high school. I'm going to be studying opera and vocal performance in college. So I've been involved in a few youth opera programs, including Seattle Opera's Teen Vocal Studio for the past 2 years and TeenTix's 2020 mentorship program. These programs have played a major role in my experience in the arts, and I believe they are extremely important for any teen who's not only interested in the arts, but also wishes to pursue it as a career like me. I've gained a lot of performance experience through these programs, and they've also taught me the importance and the power of collaboration with other artists. The exposure to different ideas and forms of creativity has helped me grow as an artist, and I wouldn't have experienced that if it weren't for these youth programs. Today I'll be singing Gretchen am Spinnrad by Franz Schubert. This song is about a girl named Gretchen who is sitting at her spinning wheel and reminiscing about her love for a man named Faust who made a deal with the devil in exchange for her love.
Ich finde
geh ich aus dem Haus, seine hoher Gang, seine edle Gestalt, seines Mondes Näcken, seine Hagengewalt und seine Rede zur Befluss, sein Händedruck und Tag, sein Kuss. Meine Ruhe ist schön, mein Herz ist schwer. Ich finde sie nimmer und nimmermehr. Mein Busen drängt sich nach ihm hin, mag durch sie fassen und halten ihn und küssen ihn, so wie wollt, und seinen Küssen vergehen sollt, o künftigen Küssen, so wie wollt, und seinen Küssen vergehen sollt, und seinen Küssen vergehen sollt. Meine Rosten, mein Herz ist schwer.
Wow. Aislinn, you killed it. It never ceases to amaze me how talented young people can be. You have a very bright future ahead of you, Aislinn. I can't wait to see you hit the stage of McCall Hall with Seattle Opera someday soon. Okay, we are on the home stretch. Let's welcome Monique back to close us out. Monique, can you hear me all the way over there on stage right?
Thanks, Pete. Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. And I can hear all the fantastic support we're getting virtually. I want to thank everyone for all of your support tonight. Thank you to our amazing sponsors for this year's event. Ariel Glassman, fundraising consultant and coach, TeenTix partners, National Film Festival for Talented Youth and on the boards, Hand of God Wines, and last but not least, Homelight. And a big thank you to our amazing table captains for this year's event. We could not do this without your energy, your enthusiasm, and your commitment. Thanks for bringing the community together to make this all happen. And a shout out to all of our VIP patrons. You all rock and helped us get this event off to a great start. We truly appreciate your investment in us and in the teens we serve. And a super special shout out to TeenTix partner, Kirkland Performance Center. It's been really great to not only be able to safely live stream right to you now, but to do it from the home of one of our TeenTix arts partners. We've always been able to host this annual event at one of our arts partner locations, and I'm thrilled to do that again this year. Shall we pan out and show everyone our set and the folks behind the magic of tonight? Jeff, Aaron, and the rest of the team here at KPC have been incredible hosts. Thank you so much. Before we go, let's take a look at our fundraising thermometer one last time. Wow, $43,507 and 242 supporters. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to everyone for helping us towards our goal. And don't forget, you can still give even when this screen goes away. Now, let's party, and we will see you in person at this gala next year.